feel like there's got to be some high expectations for the team this week, especially after the last couple of roast seasons that you've had here with Nova Scotia?
Yeah, we've always come and tried to perform our best. We know we can play with the best that's out there, so it's just kind of keeping consistent and keeping sharp and trying to limit the ups and downs.
Talking about playing among the best, you did that yesterday in that game against Caitlin. I mean, can we just go back and revisit that and what you thought? What do you think went well in a game like that?
Well, I played that was probably my best game so far. We out-curled them at every position except for Skip, and Caitlin, I think, played really well. She made a ton of tough shots, so it just unfortunately didn't go our way, but you still learn from the ones that you played really well. You still learn from the ones that you won, and you just pick up a few extra bits and pieces that you can clean up, and I think we did that and came out and finished some of those unfinished things from yesterday.
Christina had some highlight reel shots last year and again this year. Yeah. Just that angle raise, that's clutch. How important is that to see in a skipper?
It's very important. This is her second year skipping, and after last year, we were all very impressed with the way that she was able to come out and make those big shots when needed. So it's always great to have a skip that you can believe in and support and trust to make those shots when needed. And so I continue to looking forward to her being some of the top shots this week too.
You coming into this with the confidence you need this week, you think? Just compared to last year and having that comfortability kind of with the event and everything that comes with it?
Yeah, this is my sixth experience here, so it's always great to be back, and I'm a fairly confident person anyway. So I think it's been a few years since our team has been together, so we really know how to support each other and kind of work through the week together. So I feel like that's definitely in our benefit. It's new for for our front two. They were in Thunder Bay last year, but it's definitely not the same because there was no crowd. So they're doing really well with it as well.
What was it like hearing kind of the crowd for the first time after last year?
Well, I as a little girl, I always used to practice pretending I could hear the crowd. So it's always really great when there's people there. It just brings a whole lot more energy to the sport and to the game, and I love every single minute of it.
Laurie, congratulations.
Thanks.
Like you were just saying, this is a bit of a different beast. This experience now with fans in the stands. Can you summarize what that's been like?
It's just incredible, honestly. The first two Scotties was in a bubble. So we had so much time, we had no fans and everything. So we were kind of just doing our own thing the whole week. But it's just amazing, making shots, and the crowd is just clapping for every good shots, and it's just so nice. And we have people from all the country just flagging the Quebec flag, so it's just amazing. It's an amazing feeling.
I'm going to ask you in English if you could respond in French as well, but can you tell me a little bit about your team lineup and what your expectations of this week in general?
In French, right?
Yeah.
Okay. En fait, c'est sûr qu'on a eu une saison qui était plus difficile. Notre début de saison n'a pas été nécessairement comme on voulait, mais on a fait des changements dans l'équipe. En fait, Alana, qui jouait troisième, en fait, est quand même vice-skip, est quand même dans la maison, mais par contre, elle lance les pierres de deuxième. Puis Emily, qui a une release comme plus similaire que la mienne, lance les pierres de troisième. Puis je pense que ça a fait une grosse différence. Je pense qu'on est encore en train de s'habituer à la glace parce que, notre première partie, on était contre Team Canada, puis après ça, on a eu un bye. Puis la glace a quand même un peu changé depuis notre première partie. Donc, c'est sûr qu'aujourd'hui, on s'habitue encore. Mais je pense que pour le restant, on va essayer de capitaliser sur nos bons coups puis essayer d'aller chercher d'autres victoires.
Merci. You came back, obviously, Prince Albert, that's where we were.
Yeah,
Canadian mix, right?
Prince
you
Albert.
get to wear the maple leaf soon next season, but can you talk a little bit about that experience for you and Emily and how you've been able to capitalize on that momentum coming here to Kamloops?
I think it's still kind of surreal. I don't have the jersey yet and the jacket and whatnot. It just feel that we won an event, but it's still super special, but I still can't believe it, that we accomplished that, and especially with Felix and Emile, it's just, it's family and friends, so it's amazing. I think for Emily and I, it was more a relief at one point because we accomplished so much in only November. So just being here at the Scotties, like, we play without pressure. For sure, like, when we miss shot, there's still frustration. It's just normal to feel that way sometimes. But I think we just want to enjoy and, like, capitalize on good shot that we make and just keep grinding the whole week.
Clancy, did that feel like a bit of a bounce back win from
Yeah.
a tough game against Canada?
Yeah, that was really important for us to bounce back with a big win, and really happy that we were able to come out strong today.
It's pretty wet outside. How did you find the ice conditions this afternoon?
You can definitely feel that there's a bit more humidity in the air, of course, with all the rain and snow, but I think they've done a really good job at managing the temperature in here, and the ice stayed very consistent for us.
What did you do particularly well to win that game? What are you most pleased about?
I think that we were able to kind of improve a bit on our rock placement and just apply more pressure to the opposition, and that's kind of what was successful for us today.
You feeling okay at 2-1?
Yeah, feeling good with our start. Yeah, 2-1 is a great spot to be, so happy about that.
What's the whole experience been like for you? Going back to Friday night too, just that moment coming out for the first time, the big crowds, what's the whole experience been like for you?
Yeah, it's been really special. Like, getting to be the hometown team here is something that we don't take for granted, and we're just really trying to enjoy every moment.
What about that part of being the hometown team? I mean, if you're not from here, do you feel like you are Team BC, like BC is behind you?
Yeah, 100%. I think that we feel adopted, and we feel like the crowd has just kind of taken us on as their own, and we really do feel their support out there. So we're thankful for that.
Well, Kerri, how about we start with the very fun measurement? How about we take it from there?
Well, I'm glad Val spoke up and said something, because she looked at it and she's like, well, I thought it was yellow, so she got the remeasurement, and then it was really close, and he kept saying red, but she was like, no, it's yellow. And so we got Brett to come in, and sure enough, it was yellow.
It was an important point.
Oh, for sure it was. That was a big turning point to that game, and mine, like my nose, I was like, it just ran right there, it just kind of fell back a bit, but I figured we were hitting for at least 3, so yeah, but we're glad we got the measurement.
So can you just describe maybe what your team sort of picked up from the first half to the second half? Obviously, it's very different halves for your team.
Yeah, in the first end, I don't know what really happened to my second rock. It just kind of grabbed and it was gone. So that was a little unfortunate. But then we bounced back with a nice deuce. So and then we got away with it was a little scary in the third end, but that kind of went back and forth for the first half. And then I think we took we took control when we got that three-ender and just kind of took the wind out of their sails a little.
Yeah, and I guess just sort of having to come through some adversity and win, what does that do for your team going forward?
Oh, it definitely makes us even stronger. You know, we never ever gave up when we were down. We just kept fighting and putting some shots together, and that's what this team does.